Howdy, this is Cryptic Grinding back again with a video for Marvel Contest of Champions. Today I'm going to cover my thoughts on the new OG Deadpool arena, what the infinite streak should look like, as well as my initial thoughts on what we might see for the arena cutoff. So let's take a quick look at this arena. First thing you'll want to see right off from the bat, the required champions. We're dealing with basically 3 stars and 4 stars, very similar to the basic arena. So this time it's Loki as the basic champ, and you can see that he too has 3 stars and 4 stars in his arena. So we should pretty much assume that this arena is going to operate very similar to the 4-star basic arena, which means the infinite streak should run pretty close to that, and we'll take a look at what that looks like in a minute or two. But before we jump into that, let's take a look at the rewards. So if you take the time, well, first of all, before you take a look at the rewards, to even get into the arena, you're going to have one of the Deadpool tickets there. The Healing Factor, I think they call it, the Healing Factor ticket. And the way that you get this is if you bought the 3-star feature OG Deadpool, you actually get this ticket as part of that. Currently, they have a bundle for those who didn't do it when they first joined the game. I think he had that. There was the OG Deadpool bundle when you first joined the game. So if you didn't buy him that time and want to get in this arena, they still have that bundle available now. And if you go ahead and use it and you go through one arena and you want to get another one, you can always go now to the store and you'll see that the OG ticket is there. The Healing Factor, yeah, the Healing Factor Arena ticket is there. Now, you have to have bought the 3-star feature Deadpool to get that. I believe that's the case. I don't think if you never bought Deadpool that you'd ever have that option. You first have to get in, and once it's there, you can go and get it. So, and if that's not the case, if somebody never did purchase Deadpool 3-star, throw that down in the comments. I'd love to hear. But I'm pretty sure you have to have already bought the bundle, at least when you first started the game or here most recently, to start getting it. And then once you get the ticket once, you can always go back to get another one to participate in the additional arenas as they occur throughout the month of June. But once you're in, here's what you can get from the milestone rewards. You can see it's not too hard. These numbers are pretty easy total-wise. 750,000. It's pretty much half the milestone rewards for the basic 4-star basic arena. You get some pretty decent milestone rewards. Most of what's interesting is the arena chips, or I should say the battle chips. They really up the number of battle chips you get out of this. The units are pretty much a standard, gold standard, and you get some decent crystals to boot. It's where the rank rewards is where you can actually get OG Deadpool. You can see rank 1 through 10 you get them, plus a big amount of 5-star crystal shards. And then even the top 200, only 200, you get Deadpool. And then you get a rank up gem, some pool gold crystal maybe to get that the 5-star version. And then you get an entryway to the gold member arena ticket. But if you look at the actual shard tiers here, they're pretty decent. 800, 1200 for the top 1 to 10%. And I'll share what those numbers might be here in a couple minutes. 11 to 30% is even pretty decent. 31 to 60. And even 61 to 100, you get 800 4-star shards and a couple of the Pool's Guard crystal. I don't ever count the Arena Boost crystals. I mean, those are all over the place. But all in all, a pretty decent handout for the rank rewards. So now that we've kind of taken a look at kind of the basic setup of this arena, let me first show you the infinite streak for this, or what it should be based off of the 4-star basic arena. Now, if we take a look at the infinite streak, what I always like to do, and if you're not familiar with arena, if you're new to the game, infinite streak basically lets you get, once you get to fight 16 and greater, actually fight 15 and higher, you can use some of the higher end champs that you have in your roster according to that arena, which in this case is 3 stars and 4 stars. So you can use rank 3 level 34 stars and up and just continue to get champions, opponents, if you will, opponent groups that are easier to fight, and you know, like the death squads, as some people call it, that come in and will wipe you out right away. So how do you get to that point? Well, fights 1 through 10, and this is my kind of reco. There's a number of different patterns you can do, but for me, for fights 1 through 10, I use low 4 stars just to battle through it. Maybe even fights 1 through 5, I'll use some higher level, even some of my rank 330s, since I have so many, just because you're going to get more points faster that way. but it's just easier just to use all your like rank 1s. What I do for my roster, I keep all my any champs that I don't have duped, I keep them at rank 1, level 10. I'll use all of those through fights 1 through 10, and then fights 11 through 12, I'll go up and grab 3 stars at that point, my lowest 3 stars, and try to shoot for power champs just because they're going to help control the power of some stronger opponents in these fights. And then once you get to fights 13 and 14, then you can use your rank 4 level 40s. You'll be given what are called like Kang groups and Thanos groups, which means the computer pretty much generated, but they should be groups you should be able to handle with your 440s pretty easily. And then once you get to fight 15, then you can use your rank 330s or above, and all of these kind of show you the minimums. So like fights 13 through 14, you can use your rank 5 level 50s as well, or even a mix of rank 5 level 50s with your rank 4 level 40s to get through those 2 fights. But then once you get to fight 15 and higher, you can use your rank 3 level 30s or higher, so your rank 4s and rank 5s as well. Plus, you can also use your fully leveled rank 4 3 stars, so your rank 4 level 40s you can use to continue the streak. Now, in terms of cutoffs, so here are my early cutoff thoughts. Obviously, we're going to get more data as these arenas actually end, and we can see what the results look like. But when I was thinking about this arena, so we're dealing with a 4-star basic arena after the 5-star arenas exist. So they're still out there. People are going to go after Domino, you know it. So it's going to be interesting to see actually how many players come into this arena and qualify. And I think that's going to be half than what we normally see. But since we're dealing with the 4-star basic arena, I took a look at the most recent 4-star basic arena that we've had that had a really high number. And who was that? That was Blade. So taking a look at the Blade arena, where you had a lot of hype, a lot of interest, a champ everybody went at, and they only went to the top 200. I took a look at the Reddit survey results that are out there. They do a really good job of capturing kind of arena results. People come out there in their survey and share the results. And I took a look at that score, and you can see the rank there. When to just the top 200, we're dealing right around 9 million to 10 million. At 178, there was a 10 million score for Blade. So somebody scored 10 million points and only ranked 178. So that's probably going to be around the cutoff that we're talking about. So, so 9 million territory, 9 to 10 million is probably going to be the cutoff, you know, as I always say, within 5 to 10%, right? So I would say 10 million to maybe even 11 million for your grind target if you really want a good shot at OG Deadpool. And if you and to be, you know how I always say, better safe than sorry. And if anything, unfortunately, these numbers might actually be a little bit lower than what people actually go for, since you might have some people that already had Blade. So you got to keep in mind that, and especially some of the higher end players probably already had 4-star Blade, but no, you know, it's very, the OG Deadpool is much more rare, so you could have some higher end players who didn't even bother with that arena jump in here and play, so that 10 million might even be a little bit low, but it's the only thing we have to go by, so that's where I came up with this number. Now again, it's going to be really competitive to actually get OG Deadpool, but like I was showing you, the shard tiers are pretty interesting. So here are my thoughts on the shard tiers. Basically, you're going to be around I think about rank 5,500 will get within the top 10%. And again, this is, I don't think like a typical 4-star basic arena has around 110,000 players qualify. And in this case, I don't think we're going to have that many actually come in and participate in the arena. So I went with a half number there. So a rank around 5,500 should get you in the top 10%. And basing, again, looking back at the Blade scores, we're probably looking at 6.5 million for that. For the 11 to 30% shard tier, you're probably looking at a rank 16,500, which is a cutoff right around 4.5 million. And then keep in mind, all of this is kind of just guesstimates, really, right? I mean, we don't know how it's going to end up, but the only thing we could go by is what we saw most recently with the Blade 4-star basic arena and how those results kind of played out. So kind of keep all of that in mind. So this is just giving you a ballpark figure of what might happen. And this is, again, also assuming when it comes to the shard tiers, the half the typical qualified players that we see for a 4-star basic, because you actually have to use the health ticket to get in here. Some people might actually sit out this first time to see what the numbers actually look like, that kind of thing. Or they might be spending their time on the domino arenas. So this is just my initial thoughts on the cutoffs and the OG Deadpool arena overall. Would love to hear your thoughts. Throw them all down in the comments. Any questions you might have or any builds on this, throw them down there. I'd be happy to talk about them there. And if you like this video, we really appreciate you if you click that thumbs up. And if you like this and other videos I have on the channel, we really appreciate you to subscribe. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a great day.